there's been a lot of controversy around these guidelines. Are they too paternalistic, telling kids and their families what their kids have to eat? Are they, on the other side, people who really care about nutrition and really care about and have specific ideas about what nutrition looks like? Are these guidelines really doing the trick? There's still hamburgers in the lunch lines and French fries and things like that. So what are these nutritional guidelines even doing?
The government's involvement, the USDA's involvement, is primarily to reduce surplus, not necessarily to provide the healthiest foods for children. That's a secondary interest.
We have as our mission to engage youth and community in fresh school food, in the soil, the kitchen, and the classroom.
That gets into our Cool School Food partnership. And they help me a lot and to create different recipes and stuff for the different options with the beans, legumes, and tofu and soy now. So that's where we formed a partnership with New York Coalition for Healthy School Food. We work with Audrey Baker from Woods Earth Living Classroom, Cuga Pure Organics, where we were purchasing our fresh beans. Okay, well, that's cooking from scratch. So that's what we do. They actually do, the commodity would be the mozzarella cheese, so what we try, that's how we save money and try to keep the program going is we'll grind all our own cheese up and we use a whole grain crust and then put our sauce over top of it.
Well, the school lunch program started not because the government had any empathy for poor children, but it started because they had to get rid of their commodities, which they buy from farmers in order to keep the prices up. And in so doing, they end up with a lot of perishable commodities, particularly milk is a heavily subsidized crop that is regulated by the government. They buy milk when the price is low in order to keep the price up, but they have to do something. Milk is not something you can store easily, so they start off by giving the milk and milk products to schools for their school lunch programs, and that was really the origin.
A school lunch costs $2.75. If they qualify for free or reduced lunch, then part or all of that $2.75 average cost of a lunch in school is subsidized by the government. And that money goes towards the school lunch program and doesn't only purchase the ingredients for the meals, it also pays the salaries and maintains the equipment and things for the school lunch program. So as you can see, there's a very, very small budget for ingredients, and that's one of the biggest issues when it comes to farm to school programs.
They are coming under increased scrutiny primarily because of the calories, of the fact that fresh fruits and vegetables are not available because you ship food for long distances. You can't ship fresh food for long distances unless you start off with unripe fruit, which kids won't eat. And so there's a problem in most of the foods that are in the school lunch program are packaged foods. They're either frozen or mostly canned because it's a cheaper way of storing food. And as a consequence, though, the kids don't have fresh salads, fresh fruits and vegetables to consume.
It's fast food. And I mean, that was popular. That's what the students wanted, so that's the way they went. But I think it's changed. I think with the new guidelines and stuff, it's changing back again. They still want the fast food. Don't get me wrong there, but at least we offer different things. We do, like when we make our hamburgers, we take the 100% ground beef and we actually make them here, so they're just a ham. It's just 100% beef. I mean, so when we serve that, the option we do when we're serving a hamburger, we'll serve a black beanie burger, so that there's options that, I mean, if you have vegetarians or somebody that doesn't want to eat the meat, we have that available. What we do is we use, instead of serving Campbell's tomato soup, we serve a chili with a toasted cheese sandwich, and that's all from scratch. All those chips and cookies that we're selling now, those are also in guidelines too, because last year we came up with the healthy snacks. So they're all under the 200 calorie count, within the sodium count, and so they are in the guidelines.
Well, there are all kinds of food collaborations in schools. The soda manufacturers and the candy manufacturers want to keep their products in the school. They find, though, that kids would rather skip their lunch and take in the vending machines rather than eat the school lunch program. As long as economics is involved, you're not going to have an ideal food lunch. We're going to be dependent on basically what the government gives us, which is linked to the commodities program. Ideally, government should just give money to the schools and let them buy their own food. If they could buy them locally, that would even help the local economy. Having food shipped in from all over the country as part of the commodities program is not helping. So my solution would be give the money to schools to let them buy their own food and let them buy the fresh food, and that would serve the kids better than what we're currently doing.
Integrating food systems learning into other subjects, I think, is valuable on so many levels, because it's a way to teach sort of social and ecological and health related values to kids in a very practical, skill-based way that can also help in solidifying and giving an application to other subject matter that kids are learning.